What's going on, guys? This is Pathboy, and in this video we're ranking every single Fortnite live event. Okay, so starting it off, we have the rocket event, and the rocket event, I would say it was very interesting. The rocket went around. I liked the format of the event. Personally, I didn't attend events for a really long time, but I've seen every single one, at least in part. So I would probably say I would call this one a good event. It was good. It was a good first event, something cool, new, awesome. This brings us to the unvaulting event, and I'd say this one's okay. Unvaulting event was good-ish. I mean, had a lot of setup for it. That took a long time, so the hype was good, but it wasn't much. It was, you gotta unvault one weapon. Wasn't that great. And then next we have the butterfly event, and I'm gonna call this one good, but definitely I'm gonna put it meh, but it was better than the unvaulting event. And that might upset some people, but I think that the butterfly event has a significance that we do not yet understand, and the weirdness of the entire thing, and basically it meaning nothing so far. It will come back. The Rift Butterfly is something that seems to be very important into the Fortnite lore, but we do not know what it is. And we first saw it there, and we've been seeing it a lot around the reality tree lately. So I have a feeling it's going to have something significant. But overall, it was just kind of a little flat for an event. It was kind of just like, and done. So, yeah. And this brings us immediately over to our next one, which was the Ice King event, which is going straight and bad. It was this huge long wait just for him to cover the island in snow for that definitely not worth it. Alright, next we have the final showdown event, or Monster v Robot, and I think we're gonna put this one in Ultimate. I've had some debating back and forth here, but I'm gonna put it in Ultimate. I love the style of just being able to build around. They gave you jetpacks for this event too, which was really awesome. And you were able to go and just watch the whole thing. The twist sword, the mech breaking the vault and opening up, pulling out the 0 point. I think that was just really awesome. And I want to see more things like that in the future. And this brings us to what I think is the end event for Chapter 1. And I'm going to put it at great. I liked it a lot. It's just shy of Ultimate though, because it's just shy of Ultimate because it just I feel like it wouldn't work right, because if Paradigm truly left in the final showdown event with the mech and was gone the whole time, then why was there 7 rockets? Who was in the other rocket? And also, I feel like the 7 never had to become reunified in this collision event. And if they were already unified in this one, then what happened in between? Hopefully we get answers to that. Maybe that will help this make a little more sense. But right now, it just doesn't seem right. And that brings us to the next one, which is the Star Wars live event. And in this one, it was bad, and I would say I wouldn't want to be there. Literally, like, it's less than the Ice King for me. You show up just to have some people talk for a while, and then nothing really happens, and you get some lightsabers at the end. It's not really worth it. It's kind of clickbait, so I don't know. I don't really like that event. And we're starting to get into territory where I was starting to play Fortnite officially during this time, which is the device event. I was not at the device event, but let me tell you, the device event, ultimate one for me right now. It had the same style where you can build around and you're around the area while all these things are happening. Introduction of Agent Jones, great, fantastically done, loved it so much. And then, like, all of the things, Midas, fighting the storm. Great concepts, great like end results with the flood and the. Oh. I'm very curious because there's some things from this event we still don't know. And with all these Midas hints that Midas could be returning soon, like Meowscles just being added onto the map. There's some things that I'm hopeful that Midas will come back, either this season or next season of Fortnite, for something big like this again. And this brings us to the Devourer of Worlds event, and I'm gonna say this one was really good. I like this event a lot, and I like the little like after credit scene. I love the small little detail where the rift that Galactus goes through is a rift butterfly, which is interesting if you think about it. And I'm gonna put this one at the low ultimate. There's gonna be a lot of these, and that's because I love the tie-in with the device event and Agent Jones, because we haven't seen anything from them for months and months and months. And then this, where you get it right at the end. Amazing, great teaser, super awesome. I just loved it. I loved the concept, loved the heroes and everything, and I love that we didn't see what happened to the map right before. Alright, now we're on to the Season 6 intro, personalized, like, cutscene kind of event. I thought the style was neat, and I very much appreciated not missing this. Like, you will not miss this event. Which means it must be incredibly important to the storyline. And obviously it is. They're trying to save the 0 point, using a 0 bloom, which is what we see in the reality tree right now. This is a pretty good event. I'm going to put this one at... I'm putting it in great, because I loved it. I loved all the hints that we've got throughout the whole thing, with Geno and the sisters and all of those little hints and stuff we got. But it felt kind of short and a little bit repetitive, and just like didn't have the same feel like other events do, because you're just alone. So it was like kind of in my opinion, in terms of that. But for the storyline importance and the other things, I'm putting it up in great, because I love the storyline, and that part kind of comes first for me. And this brings us to the Skyfire event. Skyfire event was an event that I really wanted to go to, but I missed. And I've watched it tons of times back, and I'm gonna say this one's probably gonna go up into high great, because you have a team, and you're like abusing the game mechanics basically. We've been playing this whole season with abductors and going through these challenges things and getting epic loot, but in this event we take those mechanics that we're used to and that we've seen throughout the entire season, and we twist it in a way where we're actually like affecting the world, because we never really go on the alien ship. We're just in these things, and then we go to the main room. But now we go and we sneak around the alien ship using some of the things that we've got throughout the season. It was very well done. Also loved the Io's portrayal in this. I loved the Kevin reboot, which is still something I have questions about. Overall, amazing event. Amazing. Loved it. You know what? I'm chucking it up in Ultimate. It was, in my opinion, it was better than the Galactus event. This brings us straight up to the end event, from the end of Chapter 2. This one was a good one. I loved that Blevin, or Blue Kevin, came back from our reboot, and seeing the sheer power of like the Cube Queen and their army and stuff. That is very, very cool. Loved the event. The 7 finally making a return, like more than just the Foundation here and there. I loved that. Being able to see things like this, incredible. So I would rank this one probably slightly lower than the Skyfire event, because it was mostly recapping some things we knew, but still Ultimate. Still hits super good. Amazing. Loved it a lot. And this brings us to the final event, the most recent one, the Fortnite Collision event, which I was incredibly sad that I missed this one. But this event was not that good. I'm gonna be totally honest. It was not as good as I was expecting. I think I can put this one in medium great. It was interesting. The build-up was cool. I liked the mech's return, but it felt like they're just reusing old ideas, bringing the mech back, and just trying to use nostalgia, and that didn't really work too much for me because I wasn't there at the first mech event. But I still knew its significance. I liked the Sloan, is Sloan dead or not? I liked that thing. I liked Geno, the final like first look at Geno and the Foundation and Jones jumping in with that. That's about the only major things that happened in this event. It was just a lot of waiting. I liked some of the intro stuff, where like Jones comes up with the name of the legend and it's like gonna be a true member of the Seven, which is what I think is gonna be awesome. But I feel like it was just too short and just mostly just like point and shoot for most of it. And then once you got to the end, it's like, okay, now let's throw in some teases for the future. And I'm like, I feel like there could have been a little bit more progression of the story during the event instead of just kind of being another continuation of what we already knew what was going to happen. So we're moving on to the concerts now. I don't really like Fortnite concerts. They're not my favorite thing. My favorite part was waiting in the intro lobby when I went to the Ariana Grande one. So I'm gonna rank these and say I'm gonna call this the Marshmallow one okay. I'm gonna call it okay. It was a start. It wasn't what Fortnite concerts are today. Astronomical. So many people love this one that I think I'm gonna say great on Fortnite's part. Great. They knew exactly what people wanted and they went with it and they got it. They nailed it. It brought so many people back. That was a very smart move from Epic. And moving on to the Ariana Grande concert, like I said, my favorite part was waiting in the lobby. But the lobby was awesome. I loved it. It was great. It was entertaining in between. Brought some storyline into it, kind of. So I'm gonna say it was good. It wasn't anything like groundbreaking like Astronomical, but it was a lot better than the Marshmallow concert. So that's where I'm gonna leave that. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for my entire tier list here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and be sure to leave a like rating on this video, share it, and this has been Batboy, and I'll see you in another one.